Hi everyone, this is Lakshman. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about when to use SQL and when to use NoSQL. First, let us understand why NoSQL came into the IT market even though SQL already exists. The main reason is with the rise of social media, e-commerce, search, and explosion of data. With these, SQL was struggling to manage all the requests, transactions, and activity occurring online. So that is the reason NoSQL came into the picture. NoSQL is designed to manage lots of traffic and data. Now let's understand the definitions of SQL and NoSQL. SQL is a structured query language and it is used to store, update and delete the data, and it is used to communicate with relational databases. Then how the relational database store the data? So RDBMS stores the data in a very organized way in the tabular format. Then what are the examples for RDBMS means? Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server and PostgreSQL. Whereas NoSQL also can store the data in different types of data together. So data is stored in many ways, which means it can be documented oriented, column oriented, graph based or organized as a key value store. So it is used for flexibility and therefore speed and scalability in managing large volumes of data. So in NoSQL, there are 4 types of NoSQL databases. They are key value. Key value means data is stored as attribute names. Okay, and document. It contains the many different key value pairs. Third one is graph. It is used to store the data related to connections or networks. The fourth one is column. So this is used to store as a columns instead of rows. Then what are the examples for NoSQL database? So NoSQL database examples are MongoDB, Cassandra, Couchbase, Redis, DynamoDB and HBase. Now let's talk about when to use SQL and NoSQL. So the first one is use SQL instead of NoSQL. So if you are working with complex queries and reports in your project, then SQL is the best choice instead of NoSQL, because with SQL you can build one script that retrieves and presents your data. SQL databases are better fit for heavy duty or complex transactions because it's more stable and ensure data integrity. So if you are not working with large volume of data and not expecting constant changing in your project, then SQL is the best choice. Now let's see when to use NoSQL instead of SQL. If you are not concerned about data consistency and data integrity, then NoSQL is the best choice. For example, with social media platforms, it's not important if everyone sees your news post at the exact same time, which means data consistency is not a priority. The second thing, if you have a lot of data, many different data types, and your data needs only grow over time, so NoSQL makes it easy to store all different types of data together and without having to invest time into defining what type of data you are storing in advance. The third thing, NoSQL cannot give guarantee ACID properties. In such cases like financial transactions, etc., so you may go with a SQL database only because it's a lack of ACID compliance. So NoSQL is getting struggling. So if you have a local data transaction that need not be very durable, then better to go NoSQL. So if you are if you in the project constantly adding new features, functions, data types, then NoSQL is the better choice. Okay. Now you may doubt which database we must choose in our project. So the choice of database will depend upon your preferences, business requirements, volume and variety of data. Okay. Now let me tell you some NoSQL cons also. So NoSQL databases are gaining large popularity these days due to their capacity to integrate big data, low cost, easy scalability and open source features. However, it is still a very young technology and lacks of standardization, unlike SQL, which in turn creates some issues during the migration. And lack of ACID compliance is also a concern with NoSQL. Okay, so these are the main points of when to use SQL and NoSQL. So if you like our video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the like button and also give comments about this video. So thank you for watching.